Alright guys, we are back again. Nice and quick. This is not standard stream title. You are confusing our viewers, it's fine. Modern. Back again, round 3 here. We have the two brothers fighting it out here. It's also not round 1, it's round 3. Christian on the right playing Living End. Cody on the left playing Green Devotion. These guys switch decks so often. Constantly just changing things up here. Alright, we'll see here. This is an interesting matchup. I want to say it favors Living End. I'm not sure. But there is the good turn 1 play for Cody with a turn 1 Arbor Elf. Christian gonna have his own, I guess you could say decent start here. He cycles away rather a Monstrous Carapid, which just draws a card. So what you're gonna see Christian doing, if you've never seen Living End, how it works, he's just gonna cycle a bunch of creatures, put them in his graveyard, draw cards, and then he's gonna be looking at casting one of 2 different spells, either Violent Outburst or Demonic Dread. That'll then have the keyword Cascade attached to it. The only thing in his deck that costs less than 3 is Living End, which costs 0. It has to spend on it normally, which says all players exile all creatures in their graveyard, and then sacrifice all creatures they control, and then return all creatures exiled to the battlefield. But this is a big start for Cody. He's got a lot of mana here. Yeah. We see him play a Breeding Pool to then play a Utopia Sprawl, which is then untapped. Makes 4 mana, plays an Overgrowth to add 3. There is a Deadshot Minotaur being cycled away.
Interesting that Christian's doing this all main phase. Cycling does work at instant speed, so he could have waited until Cody's end step there and held up that Dismember in his hand. If I was Christian, I would be looking to dismember that Arbor Elf here, as to not allow Cody to untap with the mana.
Yeah, I'd be pretty inclined to do that as well. He's going to actually go ahead and cycle, though, again. So away goes another Monstrous Carapid.
He does have the land and the Cascade spell, too, living in next turn if he wants to.
Yeah.
It's not going to have a huge effect on Cody's board.
No, it'll kill it. I mean, and it's not necessarily even that you're trying to affect your opponent's board. It's that you're just trying to get your own board started again, right?
Yeah.
There we have a Kiora, Master of the Depths. So Cody opting here for her +1. So untap up to 1 target creature and 1 target land. So he chooses his Overgrowth land and his Arbor Elf. He's got a lot. He's gonna have mana here floating. Nykthos even gains him mana, thanks to the 2 enchantments that he has on his lands. It nets him 1 mana.
We'll have to see what payoff card he adds to his hand here. He wouldn't be going through the motions if he didn't have one.
Yeah, he's just making mana and says go. Sure.
A lot of mana here, and it's going to be a Gen Wave.
Though, so I think it's for at least 7.
At least 7. Cody is playing Kiki Jiki and Deceiver Exarch.
Oh man, Tim, what'd you do?
The combo is live here.
Tim,
see what he can grab.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, you got half of it.
1 half of the combo.
And Adam pointing out as well, of note, typically Living End is Jund colors. Christian is playing Naya colors.
Yeah, he's actually playing Nahiri Emrakul package in there as well.
Nahiri, oh, okay, I've seen the list, yeah.
As well as a Siege Rhino, at least one of.
Okay.
I just had to look at the list earlier.
Oh, I know whose list he's playing now.
I believe it's John's?
Yeah, this is John's deck, I know now. Alright.
This Gen Wave hit a lot of stuff here. Christian is going to be able to untap and Living End a lot of this stuff away.
You know what I like?
Is going to still have the mana for it.
I like Kiki Jiki copying Hornet Queen.
I do like that. Not so good against Living End. Christian says he's going to scoop it up.
Interesting, yeah.
I think I cast Living End at least once and see what Cody's next turn looks like.
Actually, so is he playing Demonic Dread then?
He is, yeah.
So he's 4 colors. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting that Christian scooped there. He did have.
I don't think he had a reds. Oh no, he had the Bloodstain
he had Violent Outburst, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he had Outburst. So that's one that doesn't require a target. That's just all your creatures get +1/+0 until end of turn, if I'm not mistaken. That one doesn't actually require a target.
And Cody had creatures for the target anyways.
Even if you need it. I think it's... Yeah, let's see here. Yeah, creatures you control get +1/+0. Yeah, so it doesn't actually require a target at all. It just...
And Demonic Dread can target your opponent's creatures?
He didn't have black, though. That
okay.
that was something important, but I'm fairly certain he had Violent Outburst in his hand, not Demonic Dread. So I'm pretty sure he could have cascaded off there into Living End and wiped away Cody's board. Cody only could have attacked there at most for 2.
Yeah,
because he only had like, or he could attack for 5, I guess, because he can Kiki Jiki copy the Plukernos attack for 5.
Right.
But then he loses Plukernos for his troubles. So I'm a little curious as to why Christian scooped it up there.
Yeah, I know this is his first time playing the deck tonight, so he may just not be fully aware of how Living End works.
Seems like a bad thing to do if you're playing the deck, though, not how that card works.
I agree.
I feel like if you're gonna borrow the deck, you should be like, just
like,
quick question though. What do I do with this? How does it work?
Looks like Christian's here, just maybe asking Cody, what does this card do?
Yeah. I'm gonna cast Violent Outburst. Is this good? I actually don't know. Do I win?
Do I win or?
Yeah.
So
did I get there? I actually don't know. Can you tell me? All right, we'll see here, though. Christian will have to play here game 3. And, yeah, I mean, that is possibly what the issue was because, like you said, he was cycling on his main phase. Cycling can be done at instant speed unless it specifies otherwise, but cycling itself is not a sorcery speed keyword.
Mm-hmm. And he had that Dismember in hand since his opening hand, so I feel like if your opponent goes turn 1 Arbor Elf,
you just kill it.
You take the opportunity to get rid of it, not let Mono Green do its thing. And Cody did have the turn 1 Arbor Elf, turn 2 Utopia Sprawl into a lot of mana. So
Cody asking Christian is to have a read of Living End. There it is there. So no actual mana cost attached to it, as you can see. However, you are able to spend it with 3 time counters for 2 black. And as I kind of commented on, each player removes all creatures cards from their graveyard from the game, sacrifices the rest of the ones he controls, and then puts all cards that he or she removed from the game into play. Christian taking a lot of time here to figure out his sideboard. Cody as well, though. So Twisted Abomination. Not one you always see.
I'm surprised he is still playing Twisted Abomination, playing the Nahiri package and a Siege Rhino. Usually that's the first card that like you cut down Rhino? As soon as you want to play.
Siege Rhino
he's definitely playing Siege Rhino.
Why? I don't get it. Alright. Looks like Cody has decided on his choices here. And this is an interesting deck to really board against. Like, unless you have Graveyard Hate, you don't really have a way to interact with this deck. Just, you can't do anything, so. I also have no idea what's in Christian's sideboard.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you. Typically, Living End plays some number. Like, they're probably playing the full 4 Ingot Chewer. Probably a couple Brindlebore for burn.
Sure. Sure. Yeah. Okay. Ingot Chewer
Gun Charm, Exile Graveyard.
Ingot Chewer fights Affinity or Lantern, if you will. But I think you're okay with Lantern.
Yeah,
mill me,
sure.
So. You got me. You mill away my creature. I was gonna do it anyways. All right. Christian ready to go here. Cody as well. Cody, of course, showing off his new Aether Revolt Game Day Champion playmat. I take it he won.
He did. He won piloted Mardu vehicles all the way to the victory there.
All right. All right. All right. So Christian looking at his opening hand here. A couple lands. A bunch of cyclers.
Fulminator Mage. I like that.
Cody does not like his 7, however, is going to go ahead and put him back. Yeah, I think he could be right, though. I don't think he's really familiar with the deck, obviously. I don't know what these players' records are. I believe they're 1-1, though.
when I looked at the standings, that looked like where they were sitting.
Yeah, because if I'm not mistaken, Cody won his first round. He was one of the options for our feature match, the last round. Christian, I believe, yeah, they're both 1-1. All right, so Cody does keep his 6 here, though. Scries to the bottom. Christian going to go ahead, start it off here with a Blood Crypt untapped, take 2 damage, start cycling right away, sure. All right, Christian falling to 18, cycles away the Monstrous Carapid. Cody going to follow suit, go to 18. Or maybe not.
Christian picking up his Cascade spell off that first Carapid he cycled.
That's pretty good.
So he's going to have Living End available to him and a Street Wraith to go again. So
yeah, Street Wraith is really good here.
if he just wants to start pressuring Cody quickly, he will have the option to do that next turn.
Yeah, Street Wraith cycle is not actually paying mana, it just says pay 2 life. It's pretty good. So he's going to go ahead, fetch, and get... He initially put down Temple Garden, but might have changed his mind. Looks like, let's see what he gets instead here.
Yeah, it's...
Stomping Ground, okay, sure.
Okay.
Sure.
Adding white to the deck does hurt the mana space quite a bit, because all of your cyclers pretty much have different colors you need to work off of.
Yeah, I think the only one that has white is like Pale Recluse.
Yeah, typically adding... or having a Blood Crypt Stomp the Ground is fine, but in this case, Christian is going to need that white at some point now.
So Pale Recluse, that's the big spider, I think. But
Yep.
yeah, Cody, nothing on turn 2 either here, though. Turn 3, what do we have? Is he going to go for it this time?
Let's see, he does have a Simian Spirit Guide, so we can get an additional creature into the bin before he...
Nope, he's going to go ahead, just cast Violent Outburst. Cody's going to read it.
enough?
So the Cascade resolves first. So he's going to go ahead and reveal cards from top of his deck until he finds one that costs less than 3. This is important as that's the only he can cast.
There it is.
There it is. Living End. Those will get shuffled, put onto the bottom of his library. Cast Living End. I get these ones back. You get nothing back. Yeah, they don't have haste, so this is... Now, I mean, this is where he... The Violent Outburst is also important because it is instant speed. So that's one you can cast on your opponent's turn. Demonic Dread, if I'm not mistaken, is sorcery.
Yeah.
But he could have definitely just cast this on Cody's end step and just gone for the lethal swing. Cody played a Nykthos followed by an Overgrowth. So I don't know how big these guys are. How big is the Carapid? Because there's 3 of them in play.
They're 3/4s, and they have to attack each turn. The Street Wraith is a 3/4 as well.
Yeah, there it is, the Carapid. Okay, 3/4 attacks each, or 4/4 even. So coming in here for what, 15 then?
12, 15, yep.
Yep. All right, Cody falls to 5. And then we're going to Fulminator Mage away.
He's trying to do the basic.
Yeah, that doesn't
Fulminator
work.
says non-basic.
Yeah,
So he settles for the
Fulminator-
Nykthos.
Fulminator does specifically say non-basic land, so it's not a wasteland creature. Or, sorry, a strip mine creature, rather. It is a wasteland creature.
Looks like this is going to be Cody's last chance, probably, to get something going.
Yeah, it's pretty hard when you're staring down 15 power.
Yeah. Only real chance here is not too many. I guess he has to Planeswalker, untap a couple lands, and do something else. But
Yeah,
none of
this-
the creatures in our deck are going to be able to block well.
This deck fell out of favor for quite a while. It was really popular and just kind of fell out of favor because Dredge being popular. And everyone playing Dredge Hate just,
Incidentally.
also hated out Living End. So Living End couldn't do anything about that. Now with Dredge being gone, people taking cards out of their sideboard, it's actually a pretty good time for this deck to come back. Because if you're not ready for it, you don't have a sideboard for it, this is what happens, right? Like Christian just goes turn 3, I get to put 15 power into play, you get nothing, go. You have a turn or 2 to find an answer. And an answer to deal with 3 4/4s and a 3/4, pretty hard to find.
Oh, yeah.
Especially in mono green.
So Cody will be on the play here. Any green deck, you want to be on the play. Hopefully Cody will be able to find that turn 1 mana dork and just...
If Cody has the start he had in game 1 where he had turn 2 4 mana, with the help of Arbor Elf and a Utopia Sprawl on a land, that's how he gets way ahead in this game and just wins. You know, doesn't need that, but it's probably his best chance. It's just slaughter games in Christian's hand, though.
Looks like Cody's going to...
Both players in a mulligan here, so that's fine. Yeah, both players sending back their 7. Don't like the looks of them. Christian's deck, it does mulligan well because pretty much everything just says draw a card. Alright, here we go. Let's see.
Not the best hand for Christian here, but he is going to keep it. Looks like he has a Living End and Emrakul. So virtually a
those will so go together so well.
4-card hand for Christian. He does have a Twisted Abomination and land and a Street Wraith all the cycle.
And you're able to actually get Emrakul into play with Living End, aren't you?
In response to the shuffle trigger, cast Violent Outburst.
Just like, yeah. That's spicy.
A world of possibilities.
Cody mulliganing to 5, it looks like here. It's a little rough. And that's kind of what I was talking about. Christian is able to keep maybe a sketchier hand. Because even with just, like, say, 1 cycler, you can just find your way there, right? So, land, Christian's going to go ahead, just cycle away the Street Wraith. So he does know they have instant speed abilities. It's good to know.
He does know that.
He does know that now, at least. Looks like he drew 2 lands. I feel trying to hardcast Emrakul is not the way you want to go with this deck. Cody's going to fetch out a Breeding Pool, tapped. Christian, I don't know if he actually has a 1-mana cycler here.
I think there's a Violent Outburst there.
He is living into his hand as well, though.
Yeah.
That's not where you want that card.
No. So hopefully Christian's able to find some more cyclers here.
I think he only has. I think he only has 1 in his hand. It's Twisted Abomination.
And does that just swamp cycle?
I believe so.
If it's 2-mana swamp cycle, I'm not mistaken. I played it as a 1-of, I think, when I was on Living End a few months ago.
Yeah, swamp cycling 2.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's not even going to get him a good look at actual
Well, it's not even a
cards.
draw. He doesn't actually have. He doesn't even actually have
Yeah.
a cycler in his hand. He only had the Street Wraith. Yeah, maybe this wasn't a good keep. Like, the Emrakul makes it a mull to 6, or mull to 5 right away. Because a 15 drop in opening hand is not good.
And the Living End makes it all to 4 right away.
Yeah,
so I'd
like
just
Living
take the
End you really
5.
don't want to try casting.
Yeah, 5 and a Scry looks a lot better to me here. But maybe Christian has gone down in one of his earlier games.
Sure.
And had bad luck and just doesn't want to go down that road again.
Cody does a second land in the pass of the turn. Christian, his own second land. He did find one of his cyclers, though. He just finds the Monstrous Carapid, which is good.
It's cool with this deck, though. All you need is to draw 1, and suddenly you're drawing 3.
Yeah.
Let's see how he wants to maneuver this. Looks like he picked up a land off the Carabid, though.
He did, yeah.
So.
Overgrowth for Cody. Now has access next turn to 5 mana, 6 with a land drop.
Another land for Christian here. It's definitely favoring.
Yep, Swamp Cycles away the Twisted Abomination. That's fine. I mean, even like a mini Violent Outburst isn't always the worst thing. It's not great, obviously. Like you're not looking to Monstrous Outburst with like just 2 creatures in the graveyard, or 3 in this case. Because yeah, right now he's got Twisted Abomination, the Carabid, and a Street Wraith. But Cody draws a land for the turn in Wooded Foothills. Yeah, so Christian's hand right now is just lands.
Yeah, so we're gonna see a Primal Command here.
Okay. Now it's important because the Verdant Catacombs is in play. It is uncracked, so he can shuffle away this land. Cody's second mode of choice. He's searching yet.
I'd imagine we're going to see an Eternal Witness here.
Yeah, that's usually the one you go fetch. There it is. There's the Witness.
Cody's usually pretty heads up. There's been a lot of times I've been playing in that I've expected Witness to come out. and he goes to grab a more utility creature like
Yep.
Corsair or Polychronos.
Yeah, right now that's not really a choice that you need to worry about. So
No.
he's gonna go ahead, fetch. What's he gonna get here? He can get Blood Crypt. He can get that Stomping Ground back. He can get another Temple Garden. Usually doesn't play more than one of each Shockland though. Let's see, what does he grab here? Okay. Blood Crypt is the choice. Okay, untap. Now we know Christian doesn't have land problems in terms of making his land drops. His whole hand's land basically, except for, as we said, there's a Living End in there, and there's also a Violent Outburst in his hand. So he can go for the Outburst now if he'd like. He does have the option. It'll put into play 12 power, because if I'm not saying the Abomination's a 5/3. Yeah, it's right there on screen still. So 5, 4, and 3 will come into play if he wants. He's thinking about it. It looks like here. It looks like he is deciding.
I like that line of play here. Just getting the creatures onto the board.
It's just a 2-turn attack. The only problem is Cody's getting to untap with access to a bunch of mana, right?
Cody only has 6 mana, from what I see here,
Well, the void.
available to him.
Why did he?
So
Okay, the one I guess stops the cycle. Not of the Bone, yeah, Living End.
so yeah, Cody's not actually going to be able to play Ewit
Well,
and Primal Command next
Adam,
turn.
you can't suspend it on turn 1. It costs 4. It's not ancestral.
I think Adam just assumes he had triple Simian Spirit Guide. Or I guess you need double blacks. That
Cost
doesn't even work.
black as well, so that's not even good
Metamorpho,
enough.
Simian
Yeah,
Spirit Guides.
Spirit Guide, Metamorphose, make black. It actually does. Yeah, it's not one that costs like 1. Yeah, 2 black to suspend that bad boy. It is not a cheap one to suspend. That is a turn 7 play.
Cody's going to pass the turn back with 3 open mana, not enough to recast that Simian or Primal Command in his hand.
Yeah, three mana open. It doesn't really represent anything. What is that's just another cycler? I don't know which one that is though.
Architect of Will.
Is that? Oh, that is located. Is that one? I thought it was red black creature for some reason. That one's Caribou though. I know that one, so I don't know why I was confused.
Yeah.
But Shriek Moth, kill your Ewit. A little value in the next Living End for Cody now.
Can't imagine he's going to be casting another Living End this game.
No, probably not.
Let's.
Yeah, so there's Shriekmaw there. Evoke basically was a Doomblade. Kind of a Doomblade can't kill artifacts or black creatures. So
Cody's down to 6. Looks like he'll have 1 draw here. He has the Primal Command, which can gain him 7 life.
yeah, like he's not dead. Yeah, he's gonna go ahead Primal Command. My guess would be gain 7, go fetch another Eternal Witness, play Eternal Witness, get back Primal Command. Oh,
He also has the option to gain 7, get Polychronos.
You know what I would like to see actually? His first one, I would have liked to have seen him bury a land and shuffle Christian's graveyard.
Oh,
Because that just takes away all of his creatures. Because at that point he had all 3 in his yard.
that would have been a really heads-up play. I missed that as it was happening.
Hornet Queen is a card he can search up here as well. He gets Ewit. Yeah, I would have actually liked to have seen Primal Command shuffle away Christian's graveyard. That would have been massive. Because this wouldn't be here the way it is right now. That would have made Christian's hand just do actual nothing. So yeah, he does gain 7. He does get Eternals, but instead of playing the Witness, he plays the Kitchen Finks. That's a fine choice.
Fine choice.
Gains 2, is able to trade off with technically Abomination, but just a black mana because it does regenerate itself. Okay, Christian, what's he going to do here? 4 mana. Oh, that's a good one. Now has a use for that Emrakul. Can discard it. Simian Spirit Guide in hand as well. His hand's nothing, right now. It's Simian, Spirit Guide, Living End, and Emrakul. Your graveyard right now isn't that impressive, so I think you're fine to shuffle Emrakul back in with your Nahiri and draw a random card. I have to say that right now, a random card is better than no graveyard in an Emrakul. Or a graveyard in an Emrakul, sorry. Yeah, tick up.
Even has the option just to discard Living End.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine
he wants
too.
to.
I mean, yeah, I guess you can discard Emrakul next turn as well. The only problem is if you're doing that, you don't want to cycle here, I don't think. I mean, I guess it's free. Whatever. Street Wraith, sure. Christian Pulse at 10. Yeah, an attack here would bring Cody down to 3? 9, 12, yeah. Yep, which I imagine he's going to go ahead. Yeah, and this is really awkward because he doesn't have black mana to trade to save this Abomination now.
Yeah.
So Cody's actually only going to take 7, make it 5 because of the Finks coming back. Yeah, maybe a little hasty with his cycling there. Alright, Cody going to untap here. Something like a Genesis Wave here would be huge.
Oh, of course. Even another Primal Command or an Eternal Witness off the top. He does have
we know he has Witness in hand. So we know he has the Witness. So worst case scenario, he's probably just going to be witnessing, Primal Commanding, and gaining more life probably is my guess at this point. Not necessarily needs to gain life anymore. He's not dead to one attack. Sorry?
I think he might have just drawn a Hornet Queen.
That's a really good one. He sure did, it looked like, too. Yeah, that one's really good.
Yep, that is a Hornet Queen.
Who needs to search up Hornet Queen, Adam, when you just draw it? Adam trying to do things the hard way, apparently. Where you don't get to do all the value with your spell. Alright, yeah, so that's 4 mana, 5, 6, 7 mana. Here's my Hornet Queen. Try and beat this. I mean, it's not the worst case. I think one thing that's important, I think, though, is if he goes to block his creatures next turn, I think it's important that you block with the Hornet Queen herself. For the reason being, you're getting to a point now where Christian's probably going to have to cast Second Living End.
Oh, yeah.
Getting to get your own Hornet Queen back from that Living End is really important. So I think if he's going to go to block, your normal instinct is go ahead and block with your tokens because they're just tokens. Hornet Queen should be the one dying here, though, for sure. We'll bring her up there. She is quite a card. Yeah, that's the Hornet Queen there.
And here he ults on 8 or 6?
8 she ults at. Okay. Oh god, 6 would be insane.
Forgot if it was 1 turn or 2 turns she had to go up.
Yeah, Adam, you really should have thought about just drawing the Hornet Queen naturally the next turn. God.
With the way Nahiri works, and Emrakul, do you draw first or shuffle first?
You draw first.
Okay.
Because you have to resolve Nahiri's ability first.
Right.
Before you're able to... Because Emrakul loses the stack. Yeah, I mean, you can also regrow the Hornet Queen if it dies, but, like, I still like blocking with Hornet Queen. Because I don't think Christian's forced into casting it now. I think he gets forced into casting it once these 2 creatures die. If I'm Christian, I'm still swinging here. I'm still attacking with both. Like, Carapet has to. There's no choice there, obviously. Did he... Oh, he shuffled away his graveyard, though. That's... Okay, that's awkward. Alright, so now Christian's in an awkward spot where he's working with no graveyard. So Living Ends are not the greatest.
Is that another Hornet Queen? Oh no, Utopia Sprawl.
Utopia Sprawl. He doesn't draw that good. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana available. That's enough to Eternal Witness and Primal Command the same turn. Get another Eternal Witness and just start that loop over again. Yeah, because Christian's now in a spot where... Okay, it looks like Cody's actually gonna... I can't imagine he's passing the turn. Christian has Simian, Spirit Guide, Land, and I don't know what this other card is. Maybe another Spirit Guide, actually. So nothing. Yeah, 2 Spirit Guides and the land. So Christian effectively has no hand at the moment. Now, Cody is going to have to attack this Nahiri. You can't really let Emrakul attack you.
I feel like Cody's might just go grab his Crater Hoof here.
You can't cast it yet, right? No.
For next turn?
Sure, for next turn.
Or is there like... I'm sure there's more heads-up plays that don't...
Adam also mentioning he could bounce Nahiri here.
Yep.
It is non-creature permanent to top of the library. Yeah, Nahiri on top and Shuffle is pretty interesting. I think I like Nahiri on top Search more. And it could be Find Hoof.
Here?
Like Finding Hoof is not bad, I will say. Because that means next turn you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 creatures with the hoof. 6 if Christian makes you block for some reason.
Most of which fly too. And it's just
I mean the Hornets alone at that point are 8/8s, and the Queen is a 9/9. So that's enough on its own. They don't even need the.
That line's weak to Violent Outburst, and I think Cody sees that, so he's just gonna go ahead and get a Kiki Jiki.
All right. Can he cast that? I assume. Yeah, he's got like what 2 Stomping Grounds in play?
2 Stomping Grounds and 2 Utopia Sprawls. So I'm sure
I assume one is on red. Yeah.
Or else I wouldn't go grab it.
No, probably not. There's Nahiri we know about, of course. Tick up because down doesn't do anything. Discard a Simian Spirit Guide. Draw a Stomping Ground. That's not a good one. Yeah, Christian is now in a real bad spot. Oh man, Kiki Jiki back E-Witness is just disgusting too.
Did he end up grabbing Crater Hoof there? Oh no, Kiki Jiki, right, sorry. So we knew that.
It's like... It hurts me to say it, but like Kiki Jiki is so much value in this deck. Like just with the board as it is now, I either get 4 extra Hornets, 2 life, or an E-Wit. Like, okay, sure.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right, Adam. I'm sorry. I apologize. I forgot there was enchantments in play. I don't really look at the lands as enchantments. I just look at them as extra mana. But you're absolutely correct. He could exile Overgrowth. That would show him. Kijiki. Which one do I choose to copy here? Sure. Regrowth's fun. Does he have the mana to cast that as well? Yeah, he does, right?
I believe so.
That forest makes, what, 1, 2, 3, 5 mana on its own? So he had 2 mana floating still, yep.
Exactly enough.
Just gonna bounce Nahiri again. Now I think we see him grab Hoof.
Oh, yeah.
Because that means next turn you can go cast Hoof, copy Hoof. just crush your face.
He's seen
he's
Christian
he's gonna go the other way. He's gonna get the Exarch.
Oh, yeah.
So that tells me, is there a breeding pool in play?
Yes.
Okay, so I don't think there is.
I thought there. Oh, it's right here between the 2 forests.
Is it okay? So there is a breeding pool. He couldn't have done what? I don't mean this turn. I meant the following turn. Because yeah, he doesn't have enough mana to Primal Command and cast a Behemoth. So I think Christian's only out here is to draw a Cascade spell. Right? Because if he Cascades, it gets rid of the board. Yeah, it's not a Cascade spell. He can still draw it because he discarded his other Saving Spirit Guide.
Did he play his Stomping Ground for turn?
I believe he's played a land this turn. Yeah,
Christian's
that's going to be the
scoop
game,
it
though.
up.